What's up, you guys? So today, guess what happened? It's pretty obvious. If you guys been to my channel, y'all know what I'm doing right now. I always introduce a new animal by holding it. Say hello to Paris, my female black pastel ball python. Now I know if you guys are past subscribers, I'm not that famous, so I don't think really I have any past subscribers. You guys know that I hated ball pythons. Because my first snake I ever had was a ball python, and it passed because honestly I was too young, not even too young, I was too uneducated and I didn't educate myself for a snake. I was that kid that was like in the store, I saw a guy come in with a big boa and I said, "Hey ma, I want this snake," at 10 years old. No, I was 9 years old when I got it. And that same month, the snake passed away because I didn't know how to take care of it. It wasn't eating, because you know ball pythons, they're hard feeders. They want to kill their food. They don't want to eat. They want to kill. They have that killer instinct. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're pythons. You know, they're not hungry. They want to kill some. I told myself I'm gonna give it another try, and here she is, Paris, the black pastel. So with her, I already fed her. I've had her for about 3 days now, but I already fed her. I have her everything set up. I have her hydration, her bedding, everything. She should be fine forever. Even her cage is humongous for her. And I did that because I'm not planning for now. I'm planning for the future when it comes to her. I'm not taking no risk again. This is a forever pet. I researched that these could live up to 47 years old, but even at minimum 30 years is crazy. Like, this is a crazy animal to have for that long. And I would love to have her for that long, and that's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to have this as my first snake I ever breed, my first snake I ever have, and my first little baby. She's so cute. Look at her. She's such a sweetheart. Best snake ever. Now, I'm going to talk about the care of a ball python. There are certain things you have to worry about when you have a ball python. The certain things are feeding. They're obnoxious eaters. They will not eat for months and months and months and months.
2 hours later.
Years. As a pet owner, that scares me because you want your pet to live, and a ball python, they're pretty stationary animals, so you could have them in the cage, they're like this, balled up, and you don't know whether he just doesn't want to eat or he's dying. And you don't want a snake to die. It's sad. I've seen that stuff. It's not cool. But with her, I've made sure that she's gonna get fed. But again, the feeding. I'd say for right now, the care is simple. You need to focus on the feeding. For this ball python right here, this sweetheart, for her to eat, she needs to feel like she needs to get that animal. Like I told you, the killer instinct. So what I do is I make her comfortable. I would remove one of her hides, the one that she uses the most, for about 2 minutes, leave her balled up in there until she gets calmed down, knowing that nothing serious is happening. And then I get the mouse, I get my prongs, right, and I wiggle it by the tail because I like feeding frozen thawed because number one, it's better. You know, I had a guinea pig. I don't like feeding live rodents. It's cruel, but also it's dangerous for the snake, as the live animal could bite her in the little face, as I saw in a YouTube video, and it could also hurt her tail, bite her here, and that can cause infection, which can cause death. And we don't want death in this animal. So with feeding, when you feed her, what you want to do is you want to wiggle it, mimic like it's about a hunt. You wiggle the mouse, the rodent, around, you wiggle it, make sure that she sees it, you hit her, bug her with it. You know, don't want to hit her, but like put it in front of her face. And then when she's like rising up to get it, that's when you want to go away and go back. Go away and move away so it wants to get it more, and then wiggle it more, hit it, and that's when she's struck at it. And when she's done eating it and feeding it, you want to like let her go to the other hide, or like let her move away, or if you can, pick her up gently so she doesn't regurgitate, and then you place her on the other side, and then you put the hide, and then you let her do her thing. Then she'll go back to the hide, do her own little thing, and relax on her own pace. Also with ball pythons, the other thing you have to worry about with care is the enclosure. There's certain things I want to keep memorable. Is number one, the temperature. On the cool side, you have to keep it at least 70 to 80 degrees. Really, honestly, it's like 75 to 80 when on the cool side, and on the hot side, 85 to 90. I like keeping it around 88, 88. And then you have this side, 78, 80, around there. and you want to keep it humid in there. So with the humidity, what I want to do is I get a bottle and I spray it about 10 times to the humidity gauge. Tells me that it's at 50 to 60%. Sometimes it goes up to 70, but since I live in Vegas, it's so dry here that that humidity will go pop, drop down to 30, and then you spray it again. And that's what I do. I keep the humidity up to the low 70s, even though it's just a gauge for the second. Once I spray it, let it go down to 60. That's when I like calm down and stuff. But after that, you just let them there and chill. You know, it's a moderate snake. It needs peace. You know, you don't want to stress it out. They're good to handle when to handle, and I handle her every day. Try to get her used to us, you know, calm, so that she becomes a perfect like handling pet. Maybe you guys, when I open my zoo, you guys come and then you guys can handle her. Now we're getting to the serious stuff, which is the cage, the enclosure, how I'm gonna keep it and how I'm gonna do it. So for her enclosure, so 24, 12, 18, like I said. And I bought it, and I had to clean it up. Here's a video of me cleaning it and everything. For her hides, I have one, the one with the branch. It's right here. You guys will also see it in the video. And that hide is the hot side, so it's above the lamp, under the lamp. And I bought a nighttime lamp so it doesn't get hot enough where it will burn the animal if it has too much heat. I have a heating pad on the bottom, so if she burrows down there, she gets her heat. And then on the other side, the cooler side, I have a normal branch, like the tree, like the normal ones, if you guys have seen them. And then in the middle, I have a water bowl that she can dip her whole body in. So there's just enough so that she doesn't drown. Yeah, and that's her enclosure. Here's a video of her enclosure. Her bedding, I used forest floor, which was recommended to me by the reptile store keeper. Coconut fiber, which is what I also did. I used coconut fiber and a little bit of moss, and that was recommended to me. I didn't use aspen because aspen dries off too fast and it molds, and you don't want mold inside your cage. Also, remember you need a humidity gauge, which is just to tell you the humidity. I recommend going digital because analog sometimes can be messed up. Digital, it's technology, so it's damn near correct. I have a temperature gauge and a humidity gauge. I keep the temperature gauge on the hot side because you don't want your snake overheating. And then the humidity gauge, I have it in the middle so it can have the whole humidity, and it's up to right now, I think 65, something like that. That's about it with this little gal. Now I'm just gonna talk about how I got her. I went to this store and I bought her. And that's her big story about how I got her. Here she is. Remember I said she's a black pastel. Let me show you guys. Look at the pattern. You can tell she's a black pastel by the way, like her patterns, it fades to like pastelish colors. I don't know how you say that. Fades to white. She's a good size for a snake if I show you. Look. Pretty good size. Very good eater. That's the number one thing the person told me at the store. She's one of the greatest eaters. And I can't wait to see what I can do with this snake. There's so much that's going to be done with this snake. She's going to begin my ball python breeding. She's going to be the first one. So let me know if you guys want her babies. Oh, are you yawning? Come on, yawn to the camera. How are you not going to yawn to the camera? That's this video about my new addition to the collection. Beautiful ball python. Very beautiful belly. Hope you guys subscribe, like the video below, comment what you guys want to see next. If you guys want to see me feeding her, I got you guys. It might be a long video, it's just me wiggling the mouse, but you guys can see it. Just comment below, like the video, and bye.